FiOth here, and in this guide I'm going to try to give you a more solid explanation about how the soul matching process in Neo works. So you go to blacksmith, you go to soul match, and let's say we'll start with the simple stuff. We'll start with armor. So you go to armor, and I've sorted it by level, so down here I have the lower level items, and up here I have the higher level items. This is like a 93 level warrior armor, and this is a non-Ryoki Kabuto that I got from playing the beta. So I'll take the non-Ryoki Kabuto level 6 as my base, and I'm gonna check how it's gonna improve statistically if I fuse the warrior armor Kabuto with my own Ryoki Kabuto basic item. So as you can see, it will become level 93 item. The defense will go from 33 to 120, but that will cost me 1,008,049 and something gold. So about 2 million gold just to infuse one item with a higher level one to increase its viability, to bring it closer to the stats I need in my current state in the game. So for armor, it's self-explanatory. You pick a piece you like. For example, let's say I really like the perks I have here on my red demon armor Kabuto that I have locked to use in the future by upgrading it. It gives me extra life, poison resistance, toughness, and equipment drop rate. So let's say, see it in action. I use this as a base and upgrade it by using, let's say again, the warrior armor Kabuto. So that will not cost me as much because the item doesn't have such a big difference in level. The one I'm infusing doesn't have such a big difference with the base item, but still it's a very substantial amount. Now I've been playing for a couple of days pretty much non-stop because I love the game very much, and I amassed nearly 1 million, and just this infusion will cost me 200,000 gold. So infusing this way is a very costly process. I will get back to the cost and how you can reduce it in a bit, but first we'll go over weapons as well. So with weapons it's a bit trickier. You start using a weapon and gain familiarity with it. So some weapons, like this Jounin's Kusarigama, have a specific skill like this one that is called an inherent skill. Now inherent skills can be taken from the infusion material item and added to your base item, as long as the material item, the one that will be destroyed, that is, has full familiarity. So let's say that I want to upgrade, let me check, this one. Let's say I'm gonna upgrade this Yogarasu Kusarigama. This Yogarasu Kusarigama does not have an inherent skill, so I use this as my base, and then I am going to use one other weapon that I have full familiarity with, in order to pass on the effect. Now as you can see here, this right here has mid attack break, but mid attack break cannot be transferred to my Yogarasu Kusarigama because specific perks cannot exist at the same time in a weapon. So my Kusarigama has break, has skill break, and I cannot transfer my mid attack break to my Kusarigama and have 3 break effects at the same time. Like, it can have 2, but apparently it cannot have 3 break effects. But this here, this Atagi Sadamune, the spear, has parry, and the parry effect is transferable to the Kusarigama because it does not conflict with another perk. So as soon as I infuse, my Kusarigama will go back to 0 familiarity. That's why we have a decrease in attack here. The weapon does not get weaker because the material item is lower level. It will get back to that 531 when the familiarity increases again, and the parry will get up to a level on par with the item level. So for example, the Atagi Sadamune has a parry of 12. The Kusarigama, that is a higher level item, might have a break of 13. A parry of 13, sorry. So thing you have to be careful about is make sure your material item, the one that's gonna be destroyed, has full familiarity when forging weapons, and you will be able to transfer your inherent abilities from the material to your main weapon. Thing is, you'll have to be careful, because if your base weapon already has an inherent ability, the new one will overwrite the already existent one, and you will not have a choice about it. So be very, very careful so you don't destroy your weapons by mistake. One last thing I'm gonna tell you about is, as I said, the cost is humongous. So what you should do before you start infusing weapons like that is wait until you have both the blacksmiths here, go to dialogue, ask Murasama for a request, and start upgrading soul matching cost discount until you get it to level 10. Now every level you give you 2% reduction. 2% is nothing, of course, but when that gets to 20% in the long run, it's gonna make a huge difference. So I hope I helped you guys. I hope this will help you understand how soul matching works. For me, it was a bit of a mess at the beginning because the introduction was a bit so-so. It didn't make clear sense to me, but I tinkered with it a bit, and these are my results. I present them to you. Hope you found them useful. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I'm making more beats for you every day. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection, people. Cheers.